Good afternoon. This is Tony Dattino doing my Live with Tony on Tuesday afternoon. I just got off of a Zoom call talking about our Brain Power series and how we might be able to bring this to veterans in different colleges. So I apologize for being a lot later than normal in missing my 3 o'clock time period. But I wanted to cover with you today, as I said, over the weekend I pick up my mail once a week. I'm trying to be COVID smart, and I pick up my mail on Saturday evening, go into the P.O. box, and here I come along with a newsletter from the Cleveland Clinic, and it's talking about Men's Health Advisor, and this is actually not just the Men's Health Advisor, this could be appropriate for anyone. We're jumping a little bit ahead here. It's the September issue already, and as I'm reading it, I want to put a question out to you here. It talks about 5 lifestyle habits that are being linked to lower Alzheimer's risk. And I can only say the number of people that I've met that are worried about Alzheimer's, and the fact that here is in the Cleveland Clinic September newsletter, the results of a study that was done with 2,800 people. So if you've been listening to my Live with Tony broadcast, you will know what these 5 habits are. And so I put it out to you to respond. What would be 5 things that you might be able to do that would help to minimize your risk of dealing with Alzheimer's? And this comes out of a study of 2,800 people from 2 different study populations. So what's interesting is this was 2 different study groups, and they came back with a consistent pattern of results. So it's rather interesting in terms of what they've discovered as they look at what you can do with Alzheimer's. And so let's go off and see if we can cover the 5 and reflect on my Live with Tony sessions that I've been doing over the past 9 months or so. So here we go. The first thing you want to do, based on 5 healthy lifestyles, is now this is saying 150 minutes per week of moderate to vigorous physical activity. So we've been talking for a lot of time now, the different articles that are coming back on physical activity and physical exercise and its importance to your brain health. So moderate to light physical exercise. So they talk about gardening, they talk about walking. You can do swimming at this time if you can get yourself into a pool that's COVID smart. You can go running and jogging, bike riding, working in the yard, working in the garage. 150 minutes a week is really not a lot when you step back and think about it. So I was adding up my activities in the course of a week in terms of weightlifting. You can do mild dumbbells. So there's a whole diversity of activities that you can do. So that's number 1 of the 5. The next one they talk about is not what you can do, but it's one thing you don't want to do, and that is no smoking. So you don't want to be a smoker, and if you are, you want to try to find ways that can take you away from doing that on a regular basis and get into a non-smoking routine if you can get through the stress of our current times and things of that sort. So you want to go to non-smoking. The third thing you want to do is, and this has been up and down, this has been amazing to follow this along, but you want to have a moderate alcohol consumption. If you're a man, you can get to have 2 drinks or fewer, which is interesting because if you happen to be a female, they're recommending that you have 1 drink or fewer per day. So if you got a glass of wine with dinner, if you're female, then you want to stop at the 1 glass. If you're a male, maybe a glass and a half. And so you want to be very conscious of alcohol consumption. I know there have been a number of studies that have been done on what alcohol does to a brain and what the impact it has on our brain cells and things over a period of time. Yet there have been some studies that have talked about the benefits of it. So that's been a pendulum swing that's gone back and forth over a period of time. The fourth thing, so now we got, so far we want to have physical exercise of moderate to light is fine. You want to be a non-smoker. The third thing you want to be able to do is limit your alcohol intake. And the fourth thing is your diet. What they're talking about here is having a diet to the Mediterranean DASH diet. The net of this is you want to be having a diet that's got a lot of plant-based foods, vegetables, fruits, plant-based grooves, and minimize what you're doing in terms of your meat consumption. So, and that's been coming out more and more, though the meat consumption is another one of those pendulum swings. But the one that really captured me is number 5, intellectually stimulating activities. I've been talking about what are you doing that challenges your brain, and so the summary here is you want to be doing something that's intellectually challenging. And that's where we come back to our Brain Power series that's a part of the Maximum Memory Mastery online course. And what do we do in terms of enhancing our brain power? And what are the elements that we can fix? And this particular study focused on Alzheimer's, but what are things that we can do that really help us with our mental capacity and getting smarter as we go along? And believe it or not, we can get smarter and we can improve our mental capacities if you learn how to learn. So in our work that we've been doing, and over the last 6 months or so, we're being introduced into some colleges and through a veterans program on how do we teach veterans returning from military to be better. And so those are some, and now I just got a hit here. Sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. Let's see what we can do with that. So what are the mental challenges that we can do, and how do we bring those 5 elements into our day-to-day life? So between my other laptop and this laptop, I think I'm going to cut today's Live with Tony short at this point, and see if I have better luck. We're now having a thunder and lightning storm, so we'll see if we can give this one up for today and pick this up again on Wednesday in the 7 o'clock hour.